Since it was first introduced, the Ford Territory has always been a great option for car buyers who are looking for a little bit more extra but are on a tight budget. And why not? It's huge, it's got full of features, and is a great drive. Now in this particular generation, the Ford Territory Hybrid now features even better fuel economy, and we're driving it all the way to Baguio and back to test it for all it's worth, not just for its fuel economy, but for its driving dynamics, its comfort, and of course, its value for you car buyers out there. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and we are going on a drive up to Baguio with the Ford Territory Hybrid. All right, so far we've traveled around 60, 70 kilometers. We're doing an eco run. That's right, it's one of those things. So far we've had about 18.2 kilometers per liter, and here are the parameters. There are 4 of us. Hear that again, 4 people in the car right now. I, myself, Kent, and our friend Vika from the Modern Creatures, and all of our stuff right there in the back. Again, 18.2 kilometers per liter, and we were not trying to be as fuel efficient as possible. We passed through some urban roads, a little bit of traffic, and of course Skyway and NLEX. So again, 18.2 kilometers per liter on a full load. That ain't not bad. So we're in a second stop over somewhere in Tipalec. So Kako, on our way here, were you in the driver's seat or the passenger seat?
On the way here, I was driving, and I was also a passenger at the back.
So what can you say about being the passenger in the back?
Very, very spacious.
Yes.
Ridiculously spacious. I've forgotten how spacious the space is.
Yeah.
Because it's really spacious.
Really spacious. So the spaciousness of the space...
The spaciousness of the space, yeah.
Is it really that spacious? But how is the comfort?
The comfort is quite amazing. You know, I'm not a very big person, as people can tell. But sitting back there, it's like you have no wants or needs. You have all the space again that you need.
Yes.
You got a center armrest beside you. You have a flat floor. There's no center tunnel.
Yes.
So really, it's quite comfortable. And even when you gun it every once in a while, you don't feel like you're being jarred around in the car at all.
So Ford says that they've made changes to the suspension to make it even more pliant and at the same time more comfortable. Would you say that that's true?
I would believe them, because not only on the highways itself, but when we were leaving Metro Manila, we were passing some uneven roads, a couple of rocky areas that, not rocky, sorry, not
Bumpy.
manicured.
Bumpy. Manicured, that's right. That's the word that I'd be using, manicured.
Did you mention that it was spacious?
The space is pretty spacious.
Yeah,
the spaciousness of the space in the space of the back.
The space,
really
it's like outer.
So you heard it here, folks, spacious. But kidding aside, definitely, I felt how comfortable it is on the inside as a passenger, both in the front and in the back. If you're wanting to know what the fuel consumption is, right here on the second stopover, from 18.2, we've dropped to 17.4, but that is because we went a little bit of stretch of highway, which is not the best or ideal for an electric motor. But anyway, we'll see what we can do next and see if we can win this Eco Challenge. All right, so we're now behind the wheel of the 2026 Ford Territory Hybrid. Finally, we've given it a little bit of action here in the winding roads uphill to Baguio in Cannon Road. And apart from the power and torque that it makes, the ICE engine makes around 150 horses and 218 for the electric motor, making around more than 325 Newton meters of torque. But here's the thing, Ford really isn't in the business of combining those powers, but from what I can feel in my butt dyno here, yeah, there is a lot of power and torque to work with, considering that we got 4 people in the car right now and all our stuff in here going uphill. There's no hesitation, there's no problems. We've got a 2-speed automatic transmission here. The purpose of having that 2-speed is to make sure that the transition between, or the changeover between the ICE engine or the internal combustion engine and the electric motor is as seamless as possible, maximizing both max powers of both of those motors to achieve a very linear and seamless acceleration. And you can most definitely feel it. It does not feel like the previous Territory at all. it feels like a different vehicle altogether. It feels quite alive. And that's me talking about the Ford Territory. Never would you have heard anyone tell you about the Ford Territory being this alive before. And the steering, while the steering may be a little bit lighter, yeah, it's still pretty light. You got electronic power steering, but as you accelerate, the steering definitely stiffens up a bit, giving you a little bit of road feel. And the tires, I can hear a little bit of squealing coming from the outside here, but we're still planted. See, we're not even having any much of a problem inside here. Are you guys?
Yep, yep.
Oh, good. See, they got their barf bags in. No, just kidding. They're still good and good. They're still good. But yeah, that's basically what we have right here. Now, one more thing. NVH, sorry. NVH levels are set to an above average level. Not to a luxury car standard, but still above average. Now, the reason behind that is additional padding right there on the doors, right there on the firewall. But if you notice, these windows, they're tempered, and they sandwich a little film right there to reduce a lot of the noise coming from the outside. And driving our way up here, usually I'd hear a lot of intake sound coming into the cabin. None on the Ford Territory Hybrid. All right, so we just finished off our fuel economy run earlier, and we got around 17 kilometers per liter, which is amazing, actually, because we never really intended to join the eco run because we wanted to test out real world scenarios while driving the Ford Territory Hybrid. And considering that we are in full capacity up way to Baguio, that ain't not bad at all. All right, so we'll be checking back with you guys later. We'll be heading over to our destination right now, and later on we'll be checking out the exterior and the interior of the Ford Territory Hybrid. So we had an absolute blast driving the Ford Territory Hybrid all the way up here to Baguio. So let's go ahead and do a quick walk around of the Ford Territory Hybrid. I know you've seen this already, but it's the first time that we actually are doing this in this particular context. One of the great things about the Ford Territory Hybrid is because of its massive range, you can actually enjoy a lot with you and your family or your friends to these types of places, and I really like that. I really appreciate this light bar running across the entire width of the front end. Got an aggressive looking front grille right here, and let's not forget about the important part, this sensor pad right here below that works in conjunction with the camera on top and a camera right here for the advanced driver assist systems. So while we're on our way to the back, while not much has changed right here on the side profile, I appreciate these simpler looking alloy wheels, which are 19 inches, shot in 235/50 R19 tires. I mean, while the previous one was pretty ornate, this is very straightforward with all these two-tone machined look right here. I mean, it doesn't even look 19 inches because of this huge body that we got on the Ford Territory Hybrid. Right here in the back, you got LED tail lamps similar to those of the outgoing model, but the biggest change here is this. At the bottom, in the previous model, you had some sort of diffuser look. Here it's just a simpler blacked out design and has all these sensors for the advanced driver assist system. I mean, you still have your power tailgate function, giving you access to all this space inside. I appreciate that despite its size and heft, it has a low loading floor. So getting your stuff in, it's not going to be a problem even if you don't have enough upper body strength like I do. And the floor is flat right here on the lip. You don't have some sort of dip right here in the middle. It makes things a lot more difficult. Plus, you can fold the rear seats down in a 60/40 split configuration. Although it's not really that flat, you don't have any ways to extend that right there. At least it is pretty flat for my liking. Let's bring this back. Overall, the exterior of the Ford Territory Hybrid definitely features a lot of modern touches, aesthetics that puts it in line with Ford's current lineup. So inside, I appreciate that two-tone look with the yellow accent stitching right here. It's very comfortable, although a bit wide. I'm a wide guy myself, but I actually find these seats to be pretty wide and forgiving. But once you get the hang of it, they actually feel like lounge chairs instead of sporty seats. Once you sit right here, you got cooled seats each of there. You got this huge touch infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. The improvements on the touchscreen infotainment system, where you can actually see the AC controls right here at the bottom on top of the Android Auto system or Apple CarPlay, is very, very helpful indeed, because you don't have any physical buttons right here. Having them present at all times gives you that intuitiveness in the user interface, and the black headliner really helps out a lot. So when it comes to interior space, the Ford Territory Hybrid actually has one of the I think the best in class when it comes to space in the front and the back. So we got that going for it. So after experiencing the Ford Territory Hybrid, what are my final thoughts? First of all, it's huge. It's pretty much like the old Ford Territory Hybrid, but so much better because of the bump in power because of that hybrid engine. As you've seen earlier, despite the fact that we were going uphill with 4 people inside, all of our bags, it posed as no problems for the car. Plus, it gave us amazing fuel efficiency, 17 to 18 kilometers per liter without even trying, and having all that weight inside is phenomenal. One more thing I love about this Ford Territory Hybrid though is the addition of advanced driver assist systems. It's really a godsend. Plus it's further improved, and I really like how the adaptive cruise control works, especially the 360-degree camera. It's something else. Pricing starts at 1,399,000 pesos for the Trend variant and up to 1,599,000 pesos for the top of the line full fat version that we got right here. Thank you so much to Ford Philippines for bringing us over to Baguio, experiencing the Ford Territory Hybrid. And you know what? Go ahead, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification icon and drop me a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me, what do you think about the Ford Territory Hybrid? Is this your next SUV? Might this be your first electrified SUV? I want to know. Thanks so much for watching. Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph. See you guys next time.